Today is a very important podcast. We're talking about the importance and the beautiful charm of Ferrari, lads. It is Ferrari in Formula 1. It's like the Mona Lisa. And, it's the masterpiece everyone comes to see. Even if you're in a different team, you're always putting your eye on Ferrari, whether you admit it or not. And, lads, as a former driver, I'll confess, every kid growing up has secretly imagined themselves with that Ferrari racing suit, in that Ferrari red, beautiful, gorgeous red car, standing victorious on that podium. And yeah, I was one of those kids too. And the Italian accent you're pretending, trying to fake in the mirror. Wow.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from fifth all the way to the lead in lap one.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh. And here's the thing, lads. Driving for Ferrari, it's not just a dream. It is the dream. I mean, the problem? Ferrari doesn't just let anyone wear the scarlet overalls. Okay? You don't just stroll into Maranello like you're ordering a pizza here. Right? Don't get me wrong. No, Ferrari, they choose you. They choose Hamilton. They choose Schumacher. They choose all of their drivers. You don't get to choose them. These are the big dogs, lads. These are the movie stars. The Oscar-winning, A-list Hollywood movie star. There's nothing like Ferrari. And, it's like a secret society where the password is Enzo. And let me tell you, while I got close to the top, the Ferrari dream always seemed to hover just out of reach, just not quite there. And like Hamilton at the end of a straight with DRS wide open here, I mean, I'd be there putting in the work, but Ferrari? So let's just paint the background here for you, lads. Obviously, most people know Hamilton, 7-time world champion. Now, I've never been a fan of his, I gotta say. He's been with McLaren, he won 2 world championships there. He goes to Mercedes, he wins 5 world championships. Now he's been struggling in Mercedes, now he decided to suit up, baby, and head up to Ferrari. And, lads, Ferrari, the home to Michael Schumacher with 5 world championships at Ferrari. Schumacher, in many ways, and maybe I'm selling Ferrari a little short here, Schumacher just confirmed their place on the map. Schumacher didn't put Ferrari on the map. It confirmed it. It was like the stamp of approval. The complete stamp. Because Schumacher was like the Hollywood movie star joining another Hollywood movie star. You know what I mean? Some legendary drivers. Alain Prost was a champion of Ferrari. Mansell went to Ferrari. With Niki Lauda, 3-time world champion. I mean, the list just goes on and on. Every driver wants to drive Ferrari, lads. Make no mistake about it. You're thinking, when you're a kid, you're thinking of Ayrton Senna and Ferrari. Now, yes, of course, we're comparing a driver versus a team. It sounds crazy, right? But they're the dreams that you fantasize about. I mean, man, birds sing louder. The Italian economy spikes when somebody comes to Ferrari. And, and somewhere in Maranello, a little old man toasts a glass of Lambrusco. Isn't it Lambrusco, I think? And forgive me if I've got that wrong. But that's the Ferrari effect. Imagine give yourself a second now, lads. Imagine you're at Ferrari. The world is watching, and I mean watching every move you make, right? You've got the car painted in the most gorgeous red you've ever seen in your life. I mean, it's trademark, classic. And not just red, Ferrari red. Now, I know maybe I'm coming across as a bit of a psycho here, but, lads, I can't tell you how sexy Ferrari truly is. It's not just a drive, man. It's a performance. It's a responsibility. It's a goddamn privilege. And when you're at Ferrari, you don't just win for yourself, man. You're winning for the whole entire country. And it's enough to give you chills, man. I'd have sold my left kidney for that seat. Anyone would have. And Actually, make it, no. Make it both kidneys, and I'll manage on a dialysis if it meant driving that car. And lads, I would say Hamilton, yeah, he was obviously, I think really in many ways, Mercedes was his home. But Hamilton said it. He said, it was always a dream of mine to race with Ferrari. Now, did he maybe get a contract before? Or there was big talks? Possibly. We never know. But the thing is, Hamilton is used to a lot of attention at Mercedes. He ain't going to get this attention, my man, at Ferrari. Okay? Because like we said, Ferrari is the movie star. Now, what he's going to find, and this is exactly where this gets very, very interesting, lads, this year, because you're not going to see Hamilton all of a sudden just blow away Charles Leclerc. Absolutely not. It's probably going to be the exact same equipment, just like when Raikkonen and Vettel were there. Schumacher was the last guy back then to get the team to mold around him, and he had Barrichello as his teammate back then. And I mean, Schumacher just kicked ass. I mean, there's no two ways about it. But he definitely had the team molded around him. And by the way, I'm a Schumacher fan here. Okay, so, it's not like, for Schumacher. No, I'm obsessed with Schumacher. I love the man. He's my number 2 of all time. And Hamilton is going to know this. But I think Hamilton, at this stage, I think when he didn't win the 8th World Championship at Mercedes and Abu Dhabi and Verstappen took him on that last lap, I think I can't even imagine what that felt like for Hamilton. I genuinely can't. The heartbreak of that, unbelievable. But I think at that stage, he really did know that it was over. Because he knew that the budget cap was coming in. He's not that Mercedes can't just throw money at the problem now. And I think he knew that was it. And I think at this stage, and I don't blame him, right? Now, he's a fighter. He'll go and go and go and go, right? He's not going to give up, okay? But he's just being realistic, right? He knows that Ferrari don't have a huge, huge competitive angle here at the moment. They've got a great car, but it's just lacking that little percentage. And he knows this. He knows Mercedes are the same. And at the same time, it's kind of interesting to see what's going to happen this year. Because Red Bull have lost their pace. Mercedes have been sort of in and out of, winning races and being on the podium and stuff. We've got Aston Martin now with Adrian Newey. I mean, oh dear God. And Hamilton going to Ferrari? Well, so here's to Ferrari, lads. The team of legends. And heartbreak, unshakable passion. The team that makes us all dream just a little bigger. And I know this sounds corny. Love racing a little more. You believe in the impossible more. And who knows, maybe someday some kid out there wearing a red t-shirt will make it to Maranello and live the dream we all secretly share. Grazie.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh.